Hello and good evening. My name is John. We're back here with Little Red Lie rituals. For better or worse, there's really no place like home. In all my years of living on my own, I never achieved even a fraction of the sense of place that I still feel every time I walk through this door. Everything is just where it was, and everyone is just who they were. But at the same time, the older you get, the more the same comfort starts to scare the hell out of you. You guys really need a dishwasher. It's a waste of water, Sarah. I know, but everyone else is wasting it. Why shouldn't you? Not a good answer. I'm not suggesting it because I'm worried about putting a kind of strain on yourself. I'm just wish you would take it easy. When I first moved back here, I tried to help out with the groceries, but I never bought the right things. Yet they never told me to stop. They just started restocking things before I did. And when I tried to cook myself, it was so much worse than what we were used to, because both my parents are amazing cooks, that I eventually gave up on it. I tried to help with gardening, even fixing things around the house, but Mom had a way she wanted the yard to look, and it took Dad twice as long to do anything with me helping him. You can't be an adult in the place you grew up. It isn't your job there, and you can't break up the order of things in a place where that order is everything. All you can do is dry the dishes you can't clean, vacuum the floors you can't build, mow the lawn you can't grow, and worst of all is that you feel the opposite of fear. It feels good to be in a place that feels like a sanctuary. That makes you feel safe, but you're always thinking that you won't be ready when they're gone, or when they need you to precisely because they aren't. Sarah! Huh? Yeah? You may hand with something. Go see what he needs. I need a break. Just leave them, Mom. I can do it. She doesn't think I can. Alright. Lie about dishes. Doing dishes bad for your skin, Mom. I read it in an article. Maybe, but it's good for the soul. Lie about dishes. What else can we lie about? Oh, religion? That's a save game. I think this came from a cathedral in Montreal. Uh-huh. It's a widescreen TV there. What's wrong, Dad? You hear that? No. Hear what? One of the stupid cats. It must have gotten out of your sister's room. Which one? The one that likes to get out of your sister's room. Bobo? Sure. I don't hear anything. I heard a meow. You know what your mother is like. The allergies. Alright. I'm gonna help her get ready for bed. You find the cat and get it back downstairs. Alright. Conceal Bobo's escape. I don't know if he's just saying the cat got out to give me a pretense to get on there and talk to her, but I should probably start looking in the basements regardless. Go to the bathroom? Can't go to the bathroom. It's a weird place to put a couch. Also, an internal welcome mat's a little weird. What was the... there's a button for highlighting interactables. I forgot. It's been a while. There you go. Lie with the fate of homemade beer. Dad used to store a lot of homemade beer down here. Nobody kept track of how much anybody was taking, or at least not until it became obvious that someone was taking way more than their share. At the same time, no one could prove anything, and nobody's going to be able to prove anything. Last time Dad put some down here, he put more and even better stuff than that he had before, basically asking for it to get taken so he could justify flipping out. The night he did that, I just quietly moved it upstairs without telling him. It stayed unswiped, the issue couldn't flare up, and no one ever mentioned anything about it again. Appliances. At least the washing is done, although the drying must be twice as loud. I hate the way Mom keeps around her own basement doing laundry just not to wake her up. Almost I hate the way she does her laundry herself in the middle of the gosh darn night. You can hear it all the way upstairs. Still, what are we going to do? If we complain, she'll probably stop wearing clean clothes just to spite us. Lie about deliveries. My sister gets everything delivered to her now. Hardly ever leaves the house. I guess this bright and shiny future we were promised. Lie about cat. My sister has always had a lock on her door, even before the base became her apartment. In her defense, Mom's idea of knocking a door when we were growing up was to knock and then immediately open it half a second later. In a way, going back and forth on that lock was where everything started. It was rainy enough today for her to sleep through all of it. Even if she's up, she has been for long enough to make it worth bothering her. Forget it. I'll just go and tell Dad I tried. I've dealt with enough crap today. Alright. I, but if I don't at least try to talk to her, she'll just tell Dad she didn't know anything about it. My whole life, my father's used me as a sword, my sister's used me as a shield. You just bang up against yourself. No choice. 2 years ago, while I was in the middle of killing myself trying to pay minimums on my credit cards, killing myself to make rent, and killing myself to avoid going into overdraft, my sister tried to kill herself for real. Must be nice. Oof. No, that's too much. Don't ever think something like that. You don't really mean it. She stayed at a mental hospital downtown for a few days before my parents moved her out to a private facility in Guelph. Attentive staff, the encouragement to express any emotion you want, a schedule laid out for you like a kindergartner. For a little while, she got better, though I don't know if it is or isn't incredible whatever was treating you like a center of the universe can do. Surely it ought to do something, but then life goes on, and the people around you go back to being people they used to be, the people they actually are. She did too. Hey, are you up? Dad thinks one of the cats escaped. Are they all in there with you? Alright, well, if you can hear me, let me know. Or send me a text. Or something. I suppose I might as well check the rest of the house for the cat. It probably did get out if Dad heard it. Let me ask you something. Where does the depression end and the rude, self-centered, miserable asshole begin? Before you think that I don't love my sister, please consider, would I put up with this nonsense of dealing with her entails if I did not? Entails? Would my mother? Would my father? If we didn't occasionally think a cruel or heartless thing about her, do you think we could possibly endure it? I know she's a sick person. I know that she's not really in control of herself. And that's dark to face which we can touch anybody. In the midst of all of her tragedy, all of her setbacks, all I want to know is this. What about the rest of us? What about the people, the families, who have no responsible choice but to exist in their blast radius? The people who don't have any more of a way out than they do. And I know, we're supposed to go to counseling too. But even if it helped, it isn't really worth tripling the bill, even if we could afford it. And does your life really end up any less mired in her crap? Or do you become even worse? What if only ends up making you obsessed with her as she is with herself? And how does it end? It seems somewhere between unlikely and impossible my sister will ever have anything resembling the life of a social, productive person ever again. If these people never get fixed, what is the point of them being slightly less broken? That's a kind of depressing take on it. What is the point of all this pain? Where is that cat? Alright, time to start looking Bobo somewhere else. Can't say I'm gonna blame you for want to get out of here and then now and then, Bobo, but on the other hand, you're a cat. Alright. Oh, pictures. This is my parents' wedding. It was up north, some campground type place. Before a destination wedding, there were simply people who didn't have any money. I think I would have liked to have that as little as they did. This is a farm that belongs to some distant uncle or cousin of mine. I can't remember. We still have a lot of distant family who lives out in the middle of nowhere that I've never met. I wonder what they're like. This is still life. I have no idea where it came from. It doesn't really fit with anything else in the house, but that doesn't bother me. Alright. Couch. Lie about comfort with emotion. This old couch belonged to my granny. It actually pulls out into a bed. The same one she slept on when she stayed with us until she passed away. She took us to the zoo, the park. I really loved her. When she died, it was the only time I ever saw my dad cry. I heard him through the door when we looked in. I didn't want to go in and bother him, though. No cat underneath this. Domestic order. Everyone has their own coat hanger. Believe it or not, I think even my sister who would consider Athena to violate that. Maybe she isn't as gone as we think. No Bobo, though. Bathroom? When we were kids, Mom would always make us go straight to the washroom to get cleaned up after we came from playing outside. There was always a cool wind that blew through here that felt good, even on the hottest days. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Long time ago. No cat in here. Lie about the importance of childhood. Lie about willingness to embarrass self. Really don't think he got out. I'm also not going to stand on our street in the middle of the night yelling Bobo. Or not yet anyways. Let's go through here? Okay. Lie about legitimate skill. I love this game. I'm the best at it. Some people think they're better than me, but it isn't my fault they haven't memorized every two-letter word that includes the letter Q. I'm the best. Lie about firearm laws. My father was a police officer. He believes strongly in following the law with a single exception. He keeps guns in the house, some of which I don't think he's quite supposed to have. I don't think other cops ever trusted my dad. They all lived out in Whitby and Oshawa, and drive into Big Bad Scarborough every day to unleash white trash justice. He was a guy who actually lived here, who was from here. I'm sure he had to go along to get along. It means a lot to me. Casual purchasing. My dad pretended to buy this TV at random, but it's too good for him not to have done research. This one of those electronic posture couches. It weighs approximately 2 million pounds. Can't move without risking minor but permanent injury. I'm not crawling on my knees looking at things until I finish checking stuff I actually shuffle around. The neighborhood. I sort of miss growing up around here. Before we had air conditioning, when we'd have to go with the windows open all the time. Just the mist of the Big Bend jungle. Lie with the frequency of adorableness. When Bobo was his younger and less escape-savvy, well-hidden self, we used to find him curled asleep here all the time. Nope, no cat in the cabinet. Lie about nutritional morality. We should really keep only healthy stuff in here. After a while, I'm sure you don't miss junk food at all. No cat behind it either. Dinner was a big deal in our house growing up. Being late to the table once you got called was one of the few ways to actually get yelled at. No cat underneath it, though. Aha! He ran upstairs. Bobo, you bozo. Get that cat! There he is! Hopefully he goes to my room instead of back downstairs. Some things are 50-50 no matter what. All you can do is roll the dice. We lie about weird object permanence. You can put an object on a shelf in this house, and if it doesn't get in the way of anything else, it will be sitting right there where you left it 10 years later. I don't know if I have mixed feelings as mixed about anything as I do with the way that things never change. Lie about family. I shouldn't need to climb up. Shaking the bookshelf bit should do it. Lie about dangerous earthquake. Bobo, get down! You almost scratched the old photo. The pre-digital Bobo, Mom would kill you. Better put it back in place. I see this photo every day, but I never really look at it. They're a nice, happy family. I can't remember when this movie we saw. My mom looks like she hated it. But that's not what her face is like most of the time. Thank God I don't make that face. I feel ashamed to have good memories from when I was growing up. Look at this picture and see people that I love more than the people I see now, including myself. No matter how you think about it, we were better then. But what kind of person would feel like that? Oh, that's creepy. Hey there. What do you want? I don't know. You find what you're looking for? Not yet. Almost. Good night. Okay. I don't know why I wanted there to begin with. If I go there again for no reason, Mom will definitely know something's up. She'll get it out of Dad and get angry for treating him like a child. Then he'll get angry at me for tilting our hand. I'll get angry at her sister having a cat she shouldn't even have in the first place. And she'll get angry at all of us for having the audacity to deny her whatever joy she ekes out of living in a tiny piece of unconditional love. All families are dominoes. Alright, what do we got here? Read about non-excessive reading. You Ready for the Lightning by Grace O'Connell. Even better than her first. I wish I could get into something besides books. I've heard how good all those TV dramas are now. Lie about adequate sleep. I had another bed when I lived downtown, obviously, but I didn't bother bringing it home. It's not like I would actually do anything here. Just a place to sleep. Put this map up when I got back from my first trip to Europe. I put tax in for every place I went. I didn't make it everywhere I dreamt of, but at least I hit everything I really wanted to see. Lie about sufficient technology. I barely use this thing compared to my phone. I'm also pretty sure my phone is more computer than it is regardless. It's good enough to watch movies on? I have no idea why people constantly buy new laptops. I guess it's a little slow. Ooh. Lie about education. It's a degree from the best university in Canada. Sometimes they're not moving away from school, but at least the prestige will last a lifetime. Lie about feline concealment. I love it when cats have this bizarre idea you can't see them when they're sitting in plain sight. They stare at you like they're hiding when, like, sitting on their table or on top of a dresser. I bet a kitty cat won't appear if I shuffle this dresser. Alright. Lie about feline English comprehension. What are you doing? Meow. Look at your face. Meow. Bo 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 bo. Meow. Do you want to lay down with me for a little bit before we take you back downstairs? Meow. Okay. Meow. I love animals. It's good. I wish I ever had the space or free time to feel like I could have one. Maybe I could have made it work. I know people that have less than I do find a way, but it's never felt right. What if it had gone wrong? What if I'd end up in a situation where these $2,000 cat surgery that seemed totally ridiculous until it's your cat? If an innocent animal has to suffer or die because I didn't have the money to save it, I think a part of me would never forgive myself. And then you look at my sister who claims to wish she could rescue all the cats in the world, but who does the work? Who buys the litter and the food and leaves it outside her door? The rest of us. It must be super sad to be a loser. By Arthur Farks. Have you ever been important? You know how effing tedious it is to talk to people who aren't. I know that sounds callous, but we can get real for a second? It isn't like these people want to talk to you for any other reason than believing that it might make their lives better. I swear, if I could figure out how to get these F-balls, effing balloon heads to give me their money without having to watch their goldfish mouths flop about, I'd be thrilled. You think they're kinder than me? Please. I'd like to see you have the exact same conversation with unemployable, butt effing moron about how to become a millionaire. These a-holes couldn't get $1 million, they tripped over a bag with $1 million in it. They crapped their pants and get carted off to an ambulance because they scraped their knees. They don't have anything to offer you. There's no fair trade here. You're a big effing deal with important things to do, and here you are, listening to human smegma. Just wasting your time. Doing on and on and on a bunch of crap they are going to do, except they effing aren't. As if they were, they'd be out doing instead of talking to you. But I know. These F-nuts are my bread and butter. You know what the success rate is of people who sit here and listen to people like me ramble on? 0%. You know what the success rate is of people who have better things to do than listen to me? Probably not much higher, but it's better than nothing. Still. There are more dishonest trades out there, and this possesses at least a mediocre mutual benefit. I get to make a living, and they get to think that someone likes me cares about them. But I swear, it takes everything I have not to ask people questions they surely be asking themselves. Why do you have a company? Why are you handing me a business card for a thing that has nothing to do with and has no reason to exist? Why do you keep talking to me? What is your problem? What do you want? Yeah, Jesus. I thought I was only allowed to talk to VIPs meet and greet. These are the VIPs meet and greet. They keep selling more VIP tickets. Alright, let me get this over with. Don't forget. Blank is coming to see you afterwards. How could I? Give it up, working man. 20 years till retirement. Thanks, Fiona. Appreciate you doing all the prep work for the presentation deck, too. No problem. It's alright. It was perfectly fine, but if I say it wasn't you, make it even better, and it'll cost you nothing. It worked, but I think you can do better. I know you got a lot of talent. Why don't you polish up a bit for the next event? Alright. I'll be back at the office until midnight or so if you need anything else. Appreciate it. Let me tell you something. Young women are the most amazing things going on in the workforce today. Me and all the guys came up with are always saying so. You can pay them less, they work like dogs, and they're a hell lot easier on the eyes than some D-Bay wearing a suit that looks like he bought it from the prom he never went to. All the best is right when all these chicks get to the age where they're starting to want me more. Promotions, raises, the rest of it. A good bunch of them are go off, have kids, and you never have to see them again. Then you get to dip back into college interns, get a fresh batch, and the cycle begins anew. I love the part where they come back to visit with the baby, thinking this is their big moment to wedge back in. They see the young girls who replace them, and you can literally watch click in their minds how completely F they are. And I know, a ton of women out there are thinking, does it even matter? When push comes to shove, you're going to leapfrog a bunch of young men over these women anyway. Nah, I think a lot of the women think so. Maybe. Because women care about other women and assume the men do too. My wife, for example, calls her sister practically every day. You just sit there on the phone nattering on about nothing. What the hell is that about? But no, men don't care about other men. We only care about ourselves. As soon as I get everything I came for, you bees can have it. After all, you need the cash if you're going to carry all those boyfriends you got sitting at home playing video games all day. Just don't let them knock you out. Doesn't seem so great to work in half now, does it? Welcome to my world. This guy's not a champion. Glad hands a bunch of pointless... Hey there, everybody! I'll write down. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's... Lie about great opportunities. How are you, sir? Outstanding, sir. Real pleasure to meet you. First guy's always a guy. He always has the same stupid, crap-eating grin on his face. And even if he's a white guy, he's always wants to be all the white guy stuff. Talk to you like you're both wearing kilts at a wedding. Give you that that our grandfathers were brothers in the Great War type of nod. What a twat. And to boot, all he wants you to see is beaming. He just wants to know that he was impressed. And this is a rare feat indeed. That you, like him, are naturally born masters of the universe. So tiresome. And the worst part is, sometimes, through the sheer force of your irrational confidence, these guys actually succeed. Then become the most insufferable people to ever live. The guys who never shut up about how hard they work while they make internet videos pretending to buy houses for their single moms. F and L. And that's why I really want to get this business off the ground. Sounds like a hell of a plan, Randy. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be at your back. Oh, I forgot to sell the first guy a book. Oh, well, this lady looks like a good candidate for Get Real, the rebirth of entrepreneurship. Lie about pseudo-spiritual nonsense. Arthur! It's wonderful to meet you. Nice to meet you as well, Kelly. I just got back from Papua New Guinea, and I spent most of the flight listening to your audiobooks. The moment the woman starts talking about travel, you know you're in for a situation where you'll eventually have to tactfully cut them off. We call these ladies flying and crying set. They're always going somewhere, always on some personal journey of enlightenment that amounts to wondering why living out of airports doesn't seem to be making them happy. And they always have a hidden crap ton of money that came from someone else. They believe it was hidden. I don't know why they think that anyone would buy something that someone spent practically all of their time traveling could be anything but rich. But they always tell you that they're an event planner anyways, so you hate it. But these are the people that you really, really want to put up with. Individual stories may vary, but they're always whales with a zero self-esteem. And when they dump money into their own misery, trust me, they dump big. What I learned, most of all, is that I needed to love myself. If you can't love yourself, who can you love? It's true. Thanks for tonight. Okay, I'll push this one. Start Real, the Arthur Fox Startup Master Plan. Oh, there's a lot of people here. Can I get... Oh. Alright, respect the queue. Lie about mild arousal. Hey there, Arthur. You're so handsome in person. It's all for you, I promise. A couple of things I already know about this lady based solely on the flirt-expecting look she gave me as she walked up. 1. She does not have any social media profile picture that is not at least 10 years old. At least one of them is going to be those real estate agent looking faux glamour shots. Her former hotness and accompanying photo was the white hot core of her credibility in some sort of sales job. She was abandoned. Anyways, I didn't really fit in the whole cosmetic sales thing. I wanted to cut my own path. It's a road less traveled, but if you can do it right, you can go all the way. Hang in there. For this guy, maybe mission reality. The importance of networking. Good evening. Hello, Mr. Fox. Please take my card. It also has our QR code that can bring you right to my professional profile and resume. I like QR codes. It isn't the immediate move to a business card that tips this guy off to me, though they are less common nowadays. No, it's the business card holder. True mark of a contemporary, insane networking idiot. And the worst part of talking to these guys is that they're actually just mining your opinion for stuff to talk about other people. They think they're really slick when they go, oh, tell me about that, because they think they're flattering you by wanting your opinion. Plus, now they have a chance to get a big bunch of material to regurgitate to someone else. But these morons don't have any actual thoughts of their own at all. All they want to do is some vague promise that might find a job out their wide-ranging knowledge. But the secret to getting them to go away is that you can never imply that a job might be with you. Rather, that things say more like, you know, I know someone who might be looking for someone like that. I don't know them very well at all, but I'll certainly pass your card on to them. That'd be fantastic. Thank you so very much. I love your hustle, by the way. Yes, sir. This person has to be religious. I will wonder if she wants the real spirit, connecting with your real heart. Oh my god, there's so many people. Hello! Very nice to meet you, Mr. Fox. Your talk reminds me so much of my life. Oh yeah, the ethnic wisdom of people from whatever the F they're from. Actually, this crap is always weird enough to almost be interesting. Go nuts, lady. I need a breather. And I know you don't actually want me to say anything back. And that's when I knew that reconnecting with my heritage was the key. It really is. Best of luck to you. I'll just close my eyes and pick a book at random. It's a fun challenge to see how I can contextualize it with whatever the next dummy says. Oh, we're down to it. Lie about overcoming challenges. Hi there. Oh, hello. These people might be the best. These people might be the very favorite. Here we are, staring down the barrel of various business endeavors, and a certain degree of charisma is obviously an absolute requirement. And you can't even stop sweating to pass a simple hello. How strange it is that so many people have no idea why they are 30 or 40 years after crashing through one failure after another. It's because they never see anything. They have no idea how hopeless their ambitions truly are. Do they have no idea how out of alignment their desires are with their capacities, capabilities? Look at this guy. His shirt looks like a bath towel. The corners of his mouth are rife with some kind of unidentified crust. His jacket and pants are hanging off him like he just walked out of a river. Why? Why are you here? Why do you do this to yourself? I'm sorry. I'm not usually so anxious. I know I can. Don't worry, Terry. You got this. Once you get things figured out, they'll never see you coming. Are you really real? Huh. I've read this one, actually. Looks like it turned out alright. At least. Terrible title. Last one. Lie about special tragedies. How are you? Wow. It's an honor to meet you, Mr. Fox. I've read all your books. That makes one of us. Last person is always the same person. They mill around a bit, trying to look like they can't decide whether or not they want to talk to you. They try to look demure, but the reality is they hope you'll notice how deeply conflicted they are and remember it for later. It also helps in practice terms, because twirling around like an autistic ballerina ensures that they actually will be at the back of the line. And this person always has the same story. Something emotional. Someone died, they almost died, so and forth. But this person is easy to deal with, because they don't ever actually want anything from you. All they want is to feel like they're more tragic than everybody else. And all you do is play them like they're special as they think they are. I just hope you know that. I hope you know how much it meant to me. Carl, I can't begin to tell how much it touched I am to hear that. Thank you. I'm so glad we had this chance to talk after Alice was gone. That must have been such a difficult time. It was. It really was. I don't think I've ever heard a story as tough as yours. You really put what I do into perspective. You're the kind of person I get in this business to help. And then, of course, they cry and cry, which is perfect, because then I have a reason to cry, namely, how worthless they are. And as soon as they start, I start to really feel how stupid and effed up, pointless their lives are compared to mine, and it all comes out. They're crying at themselves, and I'm crying at them too. It's a thing called empathy. And then, before you know it, they're gone. Big room. Still, much as I hate all these people and only taught them because they gave me money to do so, a strange happiness washes over me the second all of them are gone. It's like, all of a sudden, I'm alone as I actually am. Sure, I've got a wife, I've got a family, but they need me. All these people, they also need me. What if I needed someone? Who the hell is there for me? Lucky? Sure, I'm lucky. Lucky to be strong enough to handle all this. Kind of luck I would have gotten kind of luck I got would break most people like a twig. But who cares? Who cares about me? Another day, another respectable size F-ton of morons hopefully relieved of their money. At least I hated every single one of them. Night by Night by Shara Stone. When you actually need to talk to her, the only guaranteed way is to set your alarm for 2 a.m. You wake up, shake the webs, and then take a look at the internet to see if she started posting things. As soon as you see those start to flood in, you know it's time. Alright, time to read social media sites in the dead of the night. Always riveting. If she's on, I'll pick up Bobo and take her down with me, and that should get my foot in the door without too much argument at least. Alright, well, we're going to solve the Bobo problem next time, but for now, thanks for watching. This has been Little Red Lie. Cheers.